Oh. Okay, so I thought I was recording this and turned out I hadn't turned it on. So this is the Greek lemon chicken with roasted veggie couscous and feta. It looks quite appetizing on the plate. And we're going to give this one a go and see what kind of meal we produce out of it. Okay, so here's all the ingredients as they come out of the container. It's interesting over here that the lemon pepper seasoning and the couscous each come in different packages. That would allow you to actually make this as two separate two-portion meals if you want. That would be a lot easier. There are 2 red peppers and a nice looking green zucchini. Yeah, it's a zucchini. Parsley, vegetable base or broth, lemon, shallot, and then the feta cheese. So I forgot some of the other ingredients. The main one here is the chicken. This is the 4 chicken breasts that come in a package. And then there's always some ingredients that you need that you should have on hand at your house. Here we have some Bertolli extra virgin olive oil, and then we have salt and pepper. As you can tell, this is from the church kitchen, and so the salt and pepper are not exactly in formal, well, the pepper's in a formal shaker, but the salt isn't. So here's the vegetables about to go into the oven for roasting. Now, it says to do this on 2 sheets, and this is one of the things that I don't like about HelloFresh. There's an emphasis on, we want to make everything perfect, so take 2 sheets and spread them out, but you end up with a whole lot more cleaning to do. As you can see, maybe there's a little bit here on top of each other, but pretty much there's one layer of things, so I think you can easily use one regular-sized cookie sheet. Now, this is the only pan I had at the church that was handy to me. But there's no need to put it on 2 sheets. That's just sort of extra work for you to do cleaning up later. Okay, so here's the chicken and the vegetables ready to go into the oven for what's supposed to be another 12-13 minutes. As you can see, there's plenty of room in one pan to do all 4 of the chicken breasts. So again, I wouldn't worry about what the instruction card says. Just use whatever size of container works best for you and leaves you with the least amount of work when you're finished. Okay, so here I have the chicken. It's supposed to get about 2 or 3 minutes aside as it sears. You can see the lemon spice is on top of it. And there's actually it's 2 1-tablespoon containers, and that actually produces a fair bit of the seasoning, and there's enough to cover each of them. You never get them exactly right unless you're really, striving for precision, but they all have a good covering of the seasoning on them. Now here's one thing where I'm not quite sure with the recipe. It says roast the vegetables middle of the oven, stirring halfway through cooking until golden brown, 22 to 23 minutes. Then it says note in step 3, stir veggies, add chicken and rotate baking sheets before continuing roasting. It says transfer chicken to baking sheets with veggies and 2 breasts per sheet. Roast in the middle of oven until chicken cooked through 12 to 14 minutes. So does that mean that I am supposed to give it a total of 35 minutes for the vegetables, which seems to be rather long, and they're going to likely be quite soft by the time I do that, but we'll give it a couple of minutes and see what's what. Okay, this is the lemon zest, and I did this with my own microplaner. It just happens to be at the church at the moment. I really like this microplaner. You don't have to put much pressure at all on it to get it to grate the zest, and does a really good job. The last time I tried something, I tried it at home. I had one of these graters that's one-sided but has 3 different things on it. But this does a much better job in terms of grating the food. Alright, this is the finished product with the vegetables and the couscous together. I did not pay quite close attention to the details as I was going along, so I had to actually transfer the couscous from one bowl to another so that I could have enough room to add all the vegetables. Now the next thing to do is just put it up and serve it up on a plate and give it a taste. Okay, so here's the finished product. Not the most artistic that you'll ever see, but visual arts is not my strong suit. I did try a little bit of the chicken. It's quite moist. And so I also let it rest a little bit before I added to this, and there's a little extra juice to add to the couscous, etc. So let's see what we can do if we give this a bit of a taste here. Okay, well, we'll just go with this one here, which is just vegetables first. That's quite good. Again, the vegetables are indeed getting a little on the mushy side, and I didn't think I'd overcook them all that much. And here's a little bit of the chicken. Yeah, so chicken is quite moist and tender. The lemon's not overly strong, but it's still quite good, and on the whole, I quite like this dish.